Bam! Alright, welcome to my third stream, my first late night stream, and most likely for most of you that are watching just another video. Yeah, today I stopped playing Spider because we did what we came for with her, even though it was not as clean as I hoped for. But now we are going to play. We are not completely abandoning the Spider-Verse. But we are stepping away shortly, and not shortly, but with small steps at least. And we are going to go this time with Venom, but not as a web warrior, not only because he ain't none, but because we want to play as Guardians of the Galaxy. The deck, I think I will show it to you after the first fight, I guess. Um, I see just it is okay. Just well, it isn't okay. Let me just grab this here so I see if someone would actually um, come in here. So I just know whether someone is here or not. Always good to know, even though it doesn't really matter. All right. So Venom on my part, and the enemy is Norman Osborn, aka Green Goblin. As you can see, we play an expert. We play with a standard recommended set, which is Goblin gimmicks. Um, yeah, I have a controller on my lap, which I don't need, so let's just get rid of it. And how does this scenario work? In setup, we put the criminal enterprise environment into play, shuffle the encounter deck, which I just did, and then we advance to stage 1B. Let's just take a look at criminal enterprise in a moment. And hostile takeover, when completed, place one infamy counter on criminal enterprise, then discard one card from each player's deck for each infamy counter on criminal enterprise. So nothing happens right now. Then before we take a look at the criminal enterprise, take a look at Norman Osborn. He does scheme for 2 and attacks for star. It is a first interrupt always every time he attacks. And when Norman Osborn would attack, place 2 infamy counters on criminal enterprise instead. So he cannot hurt us, which is not completely right, but it is more or less right or correct. We will maybe see it. If it happens, then it happens because he can actually attack us. Good, first interrupt. When Norman Osborn would take any amount of damage, remove that many infamy counters from criminal enterprise. So the thing is that while he is Norman Osborn, he cannot attack us, but we cannot attack him either, or at least we cannot hurt him, because we can only take tokens from criminal enterprise. What is criminal enterprise? It is an environment that enters play with 2 infamy counters on it. Both of them are set here. And if there are no infamy counters here, flip Norman Osborn and criminal enterprise. So then we would flip into to Green Goblin. Let's just show it. And Green Goblin cannot scheme, but he can attack, and he attacks for a lot. And when he gets revealed, he deals 4 indirect damage to each player, so we don't want to reveal him too often. And he has a forced interrupt. When he would scheme, we remove 1 madness counter from State of Madness instead. So State of Madness is, as you might have figured already, the other side from Criminal Enterprise. Oops. So let's just flip this over and take a look. State of Madness. State of Madness enters play with 2 madness counters on it. If there are no madness counters here, flip Green Goblin and State of Madness. So what we want to do more or less is we want to flip over to State of Madness and to Green Goblin, and then we can finish the fight actually. But we don't want to do this too early maybe, and not too often, because we really get hurt if this happens. But as you will see later on, we don't have total control over how many tokens there are on this environment all the time. and we don't really have any, yeah, that's all we don't have any control over. All right, then let's make a screen save here, and let me screen save this also, as always, but I didn't prepare it this time. Sorry for that. All right, then let's just explain um, Flash Thompson for very shortly, very brief. Flash Thompson lets me control one additional upgrade that has a restricted keyword. He actually comes with 3 restricted weapons in his deck, so to speak. So in his how is it called? His unique cards, or his signature cards. And he has a setup ability. Discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard a weapon upgrade, then add that card to your hand. So this happens just at the start, and because of that, our hand size in the first round is not 6 but 7, which is all right. But Venom has the same passive that he can control an additional upgrade with the restricted keyword, but he has a resource ability, just like Spider did. So we really are not going too far from her. This resource ability is take 1 damage, generate a white resource limited once per phase. So we can do it while in our phase and while the villain's phase is up also. All right, and what the deck is about, I will not spoil to you. I already told you that I am a guardian, and not only by name but by heart also. Yeah, well, we will see about that. We have 12 hit points and recovery of 4, which is nice. All right, I shuffled already, but let's do it again. Draw 6 cards. I don't want my hand here. All right, this is, I think I might do it this way. This is better. It's always great to start with Avengers Mansion in hand, so we will keep that. And we have 2 resources here, 2 resource generations, which is great also. Then we could maybe play Drax, because why not? He just can pressure the enemy. But we don't really want to. No camera 3. I did put a camera 3 there. I saw it. All right. And we don't really want to. Let's go to camera 2. I want this farther scoped farther in. Let's stay with it. We don't really want to hurt him too much because, as I already told you, if it flips over, he just hits us for 4 damage, which is just very much, and we don't want that too often, so we will not. Well, we might still play Drax, but we will not keep him. Yeah. And we will keep him also. If we would play him, obviously, we would not attack with him. All right. I think Savage Attack would be nice later on, but not right now, and Grasping Tendrils as well. But as I might want to play Drax, I will not get rid of any of those. Or we will see, maybe we get an expensive weapon, then we will play that. But I will not mulligan, and then my setup ability comes into play. I discard cards until I draw a weapon upgrade, and then I add that card to my hand. I not only have the weapons in deck that that are unique to Flash Thompson, but I have others in the deck as well, as you will see just shortly maybe. This is not a weapon. 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 Not a weapon. I will just stop saying this. This is a weapon. We will get it. All right. The weapon we got was Venom's pistol, which is restricted, as I said already. It has an hero interrupt. When you use one of Venom's basic powers, exhaust Venom's pistol, Venom gets +1 to that power for this use, which is really great. All right, then let's just play Avengers Mansion. Let's put it here. Let's use it. Draw one card. Here's another weapon. As I told you, there are more. Laser blaster, which always is great, I would say. I might still, will I play it this turn? Most likely not. Yeah, I will think about it. But before that, I will change to Venom. And we actually want to thwart here, I'd say. But then I would like to play my weapon already. So let's do it. Let's get rid of this card and get my weapon. Then I can already thwart. The weapon buffs this, so I thwart for 2. So for now, do I want to play drugs this turn? Then I would get rid of the weapon, but I think that would be alright. Since the only... Oh, okay, the weapon would be nice to have as a buffer for the treachery that which forces me to get rid of an upgrade I control, but I cannot really help it. And because I cannot play this and drugs, I can only play one of them, and obviously it will be drugs. I will use my resource abilities, so I take 1 damage, get rid of those 2 and play drugs. If nothing, he is 4 more health points, so I took, so to speak, just not 1 health point, 1 damage, but I got 3 health points instead. It's not really the way you could count this, but well, that's how I did it. All right, 5 is my hand size, so I draw 5 cards. Great, Nowhere is a good card, obviously, to have, but it's Norman Osborn's turn. He tries to attack me, but he cannot. When he would attack, place 2 infamy counters on criminal enterprise instead. All right, that's what happens. And this most likely is the easiest scenario there is, because it is very easy to play and we cannot lose while Norman Osborn is there, so we can just play us up. We can just how do you say it, and build up until we say, okay, now we are going to finish it. And yeah, because of that, let's just not talk too much about it. But still, we can lose because he dishes out just a lot of damage. And we got a hired gun. When we choose to either give the villain 1 face and boost card or place 2 infamy counters on criminal enterprise. Yeah, then let's just put the 2 counters there. Why not? We will have to get rid of this anyway, anyhow, all the time. Good, then let's draw 1 more card. Oh, we have all the build-up cards already, which is great. Project Rebirth is great. Multi-Gun is very, very great. Nowhere is great. And Guardians of the Galaxy is great also. Yeah, I would say I will play Guardians of the Galaxy. First, I will get rid of this. Then what does this do? Play under any player's control. And if each of your characters has the Guardians trait, this card gains response after you play an upgrade on an ally. Draw 1 card. Great, great card. Then what I'm going to do next, I will play Project Rebirth, and those 2 I cannot pay for this turn, but I think it's all right. Good. Then I am, as I said, use my resource to play Project Rebirth. What does this do? It is an alter ego action. Exhaust Project Rebirth 2.0. Choose to either draw 1 card or heal 3 damage from Flash Thompson. So the enemy might damage us for a lot, but we can heal for a lot also. And if we don't need that, we can just draw a card, which is also nice. So then let's get rid of the hired gun. Let's just attack him with our pistol and his gun. Then drugs will just attack, puts 1 damage on him and puts this down to 3. So drugs helps us to not let the criminal enterprise get out of control, which always is great. Those 2 I will keep, because why not use the time for setup if we have it. Let's draw 3 cards. He gets 1 here. Or is it 2? It is 2. Alright. Nee, it is 1. Sorry, I'm stupid. The bottom is not what it gets, what we get, but what it starts with, and the top is what it gets, what we get. Alright. Then it's +1, then this gets +2, and then we get another encounter card, which is attached to the villain. Force response after the villain attacks you, discard pumpkin bombs and take 2 indirect damage. Hero action, spend 2 physical resources, discard this card. Well, this card is not a problem for us right now. Good, then let's just get on with it. I really want to draw another card, which is 3. Then I really want to play Yondu. Yondu is very important to me and my game plan. I could use 1 resource, 2, 3, 4, which would suck because these I would love to put on Yondu, but I'm not ready to get rid of Mutagen, and I'm not ready to get rid of Nowhere. Maybe I will play Nowhere this turn with this, and maybe a resource. Then I could draw another card with this. And if I do that, then I would have enough cards in hand to play Multigun, and still Yondu would I would have gotten rid of all of this, but then these 2 are played and Yondu doesn't need to be played anymore. But then I would play Multigun obviously before, and yeah, let's just do it. 1, 2, and a resource to play my weapon. What does this weapon do? Hero action, exhaust Multigun, choose one of the following. Deal 2 damage to an enemy, choose a player, deal 1 damage to each minion engaged with that player, and remove 2 threat from my scheme. So this is really nice. I will use this to get rid of those 2 threat. Then I think I will heal up with them. So I will attack with them again, and this is 3 damage. 1. This I have to put to 2 just like that. And then I am going to switch over. I am going to heal for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm using Project Rebirth. I have to exhaust it and then draw 1 card. Hopefully not one I really want to have. The Venom's pistol is actually a card I really want to have, because then I have all my pistols out. But I still might play Nowhere here, because it's more expensive, and I think I will get through my deck really fast, and Venom's pistol is not that important, but so is Nowhere. But still, Yondu is quite expensive, and I will not get to play him if I never if I always have other cards in my hand that I won't play. Alright, what does Nowhere do? I can only play it if my identity has the Guardian trait, which is nice because I don't have it right now, so I cannot play it because I'm not a Guardian anymore. Let's think, will I change that? I won't. Well, I will. I will keep this back for, so it doesn't help. No, 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 no. I just thought that I could then be. I don't know what I thought, to be honest. It just doesn't make any sense. So I am going to play my other pistol, and then that's how it is. All right. Then let's draw 4 cards. Maybe we get a double resource. We don't. Then he actually thwarts for 2 plus place 1 infamy counter on criminal enterprise if you cannot remove 1 madness counter from state of madness. So this is a way that we cannot control that the Green Goblin will stay um, will stay indefinitely. We can always be unlucky and lose him right away. And this would be sad because then we would have to flip him over again and we would get 2 more additional damage, 4. All right, but now he only thwarts for 2, and this already happened. So let's get to the encounter card, which is a sword. This card gains search. The next one is Shadows from the Past. All right, we know what Shadows from the Past does. This early in the game, it actually might be dangerous because we now have 4 symbiotes engaged with us. All right, but we will manage, I guess. I really think that we will. All right, then let's get over to draw 1 card and let's draw another. So then we will change over, and now we are going to play Yondu, that's for sure. Let's just say we pay for 1, 2, 3 and resource, then we could play him. And then we could easily play a handgun, for example. And then he would, we would draw another card. You know what? I think, I think that's what we are going to do. And actually, there's something that is really interesting to me. And we will see this just in a moment. Yeah, let's just play 1, 2, 3, 4 for Yondu. Why do I want to play Yondu? Yondu's attacks gain range, which is nice, and he's he doesn't get any consequential damage from attacking, so he's an attacking machine, which is great. So now we don't draw any cards because nowhere isn't in play any as until and right now. And it wouldn't have been the right moment for it. But now I think I'm going to play a weapon here. It's not perfect, but still. And I put it onto Yondu, of course. Then because of Guardians of the Galaxy, and every of my units is a Guardian, I can draw a card. So let's draw a card. And this is obviously perfect because it's a double resource. And now let's think. Do I want Spider Sense first? Because it has a hero interrupt. When the villain initiates an attack against you, draw a card. Let's just force interrupt. When Norman Osborn would attack, place 2 infamy counters on criminal enterprise instead. So the only question is the initiation of the attack, comes this beforehand or not? Let me just Google it. Let me just do it right now because I'm not sure actually. Marvel Champions, Norman Osborn, Whiskey Business. Does he initiate attack? So, hello, I am playing with Spider-Man against Norman Osborn. Risky business scenario where Norman Osborn tries to attack. It increases criminal enterprise. Spider-Man's ability says when the villain initiates an attack, blah, blah, blah. Guess it doesn't work, right? Because Norman Osborn doesn't attack. It just increases criminal enterprise. So what's the answer? You are correct. It doesn't work for the exact reason you guessed. Spider-Man. Spider-Sense requires the villain to initiate an attack, and Norman Osborn does not initiate attacks since he force interrupts, requiring him to do something else. Well, this is what I would have figured, but still, I see why this is correct, and I obviously I obviously will play it this way, but I think there is room for interpretation that this actually is not the case here, because that doesn't that if Venom would attack, okay. But you could always say he initiates an attack and then it will be interrupted. But now it is like with stunt. The next time this character would attack and then stunt also um, prevents this from triggering those cards. So, long story short, Spider Sense is not that good against Norman Osborn, but still I will play it before Nowhere because not right now, but in in the in the long term we will face Venom Goblin and not Venom Goblin. The Goblin, and against Goblin we obviously want to um, we obviously want to um, we need to have a 2 here. We obviously want to um, draw those cards. All right. So what does Klünter Frenzy do? Threat cannot be removed from this scheme while a symbiote enemy is in play. Well, then we have to get rid of those. And those are only symbiotes with guard and patrol. I cannot thwart the main scheme and I cannot attack Norman Spawn, which is alright for me. So then let's do it here. Yondu is going to attack and get rid of one of them. Then I am going to attack and get rid of them. And then I will use my weapon to get rid of the next one. Then one will stay against us, which is alright. Good, then let's draw up to 5. It's the turn of Norman again. Now he gets 2 encounter cards with, which is a little bit annoying, but well, we can't help it. He gets 2 here, which puts it up to 5. He is not attacking us, as we already learned, but the symbiote is attacking us, which is not really helpful. Then he gets 2 encounter cards, and let's see what they are. Advance, alright, he advances, which most likely will advance the stage, but I couldn't have done anything against this. 2 plus nothing, so actually not advancing, at least not right now, which is obviously great. 1, 2. And the last one, Goblin Glider, attach to the enemy with the highest printed hit points. And without another Goblin Glider attached, if you cannot, this card can search, spend 2 energy resources to discard this card. Alright. Then that's that. Now he's putting out lots of damage, but it's not a problem for us. Alright, then let's draw a card. Let's see. Now we could easily play Nowhere, and now we are going to play Nowhere. Alright. And this we do with the Genius. I already told you what Nowhere does, I think, but let's just reread it. And because I can only play it while everyone is a Guardian. Oh, that's right, I stopped reading this to you at this point. I increase my ally limit by 1, which is nice. And after a player plays a Guardian ally, exhaust Nowhere, that player draws a card. This will be us just in a moment. Alright, then I am going to play Rocket Raccoon here. And this I will play with 1 Cosmo. I will keep Cosmo. 2 and 3. So we play Rocket Raccoon and draw 1 card. Alright, maybe we get to play Sidearm. No, Cosmo, I want to have Cosmo. Alright, what does Rocket Raccoon do? Does he do anything? Yes. He has an interrupt. When Rocket Raccoon attacks a minion, he gets +3 attack and overkill, which is really nice because there's a minion. So I am going to attack the symbiote, and thus I am going to attack for 4. Bam. I attack for 4, and the symbiote goes, and he gets hurt for 2, which means that, well, let's read it. When normal husband would take any amount of damage, alright, so it's going down to 5. And because if they would have stated if you would have gained damage through an attack, then this would not have been triggered here. But that's not what this card read. So then let's use Mutagen to get rid of this. And let's thwart for 3 because of the weapons. 1, 2, 3. And let's attack with 2. So this goes down to 3. And we will not attack for 3 because right now it would be really stupid to change over while we still we are in while everything else is down. Yeah. Because if we switch over, we really want to hurt him. So the thing that I am wondering about is whether I could switch over and then I could play Cosmo this turn still. And this might be worth it. It really, really might. And then I could also, because I draw 1 card, this would be 3, then 4, 5, 6, where we would advance very, very likely. And that I don't want to. Because of that, we will keep and we will not switch over. But do I keep Cosmo and the sidearm? Yeah, let's just keep it. Let's keep both of them. Draw up to hand size, which is... all right, we are through the deck already. This I haven't noticed. Then that means that we get an encounter card against us. All right. Then I think this is the correct way to do it. Then it's Norman Osborn's turn. He gets 1 here. He attacks for 2. And then we get another encounter card. The first one is Regenerative Healing. The villain needs X damage, where X is equal to double the villain's stage number. If no damage was dealt this way, this card gains Surge. Obviously it gains Surge because he is at full. And we get a card here. What does it do? When we read it, place an additional 1 threat here. Only when Norman Osborn is in play, but Norman Osborn is in play, so this happens. And we have an acceleration token, obviously. And do we get the other healing card? Yes, we do. So another Surge, that is. And it is Hired Gun. What was my choice? I could give the villain 1 face on boost card or place 2 infamy counters. Let's put the 2 infamy counters here. Which it is a little bit of annoying, a little bit annoying, but still I think it is the correct way to do everything. All right, then let's draw 1 card. Great. Then let's play Cosmo, which lets me draw a card, which is great. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in play. Let's just so this is easier to handle. So we have a weapon here. Then let's put a weapon, and let's pay for 1 life point. Let's put a weapon on Yondu again, which lets me draw a card. Great. So let's just read it. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. If one of your character has the Guardians trait, all of them, this card gains response after you play 1 upgrade on an ally, draw 1 card. So we can draw multiple times. That's what I wanted to make sure. Then I could thwart only using, I could confuse them, which would be nice because then I could easily switch over, and I might want to do that. Let's just think about it. I could do that. Then he is confused. Then I might run and gun I will keep. Then I might use this to buff just one of them. I would say Cosmo. And then draw another card. Yeah, let's start with that. Let's use Gasping Tendrils to buff Cosmo. This is not that nice, but I think that's why I'm doing it. Which lets me draw another card, which is Locked and Loaded. Which is nice to have, especially now because I can just use it to as fodder. Then let's play Behind Enemy Lines. Like it says, remove 3 threat from a scheme if you're paid for this card using only genius resources, which we did. Confuse an enemy. All right. Then let's get rid of this. Always great. Then we confuse Norman. He's always a confused boy. Then we do thwart for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we are going to deal 2 damage here. This doesn't really matter. Then Rocket Raccoon is attacking him. He has 3 hit points, so we have 1 overkill damage, bring this down to 4. And then because we really we have a lot of now I keep drugs. I am going to attack with Yondu with 3, so this is at 1. I go over and I heal for 3. 1, 2, 3. And will I keep these cards in hand? Lock and Loaded is I don't need it, but Run and Gun I will keep. So let's do it this way. And this is all right. So let's draw 5 cards. And it is Norman Osborn's turn again. So he gets 1. He tries to scheme, but he can't. And he gets an encounter card. And he gets payoff. What does payoff do? Nothing. Okay, so it's really easy. Good, then it is my turn again. Let's draw 1 card. Then let's think about it. I could easily switch over. Let me, no, don't let me. It's all right. I could easily switch over and then um, get damaged, which would not be nice. I think it is the smartest thing to do is switch him now. Then he switches to his hero form. Then I will get 4 damage. Those I can heal just right up. At least with Project Rebirth a little bit. And then I can get yeah, heat up. That's it actually, and I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, then let's damage him with Cosmo. Cosmo, when Cosmo attacks or thwarts, name a card type, then discard the top card of a deck. If that card is of the named type, Cosmo does not take consequential damage. So we can just gamble and maybe I again am not sitting straight enough. We maybe he doesn't get any consequential damage, but I think I am just attacking and saying this is a treachery. Oops. So let's see it. And it is a treachery, which is nice. So I don't get any consequential damage. This flips over, gets a 2 here, and he flips over also. D2 for indirect damage to each player. I will get the damage to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will get healed back up for 3. 1, 2, 3. But let me think about it. Do I really want that I might just I might just not need it. Let's see, I have one and gun 3 times in deck right now in hand. 1, 2, 3 would be nice. And then I could play it twice. You know what? 1, 2, 3, and let's draw another card. Yes, I just want to play run and gun really often so we can just burst him down a little bit. Which really is what you should do here. All right, then let's switch over. Still, I am going to use Mutagen to get rid of this because it has, I don't know how this icon is called, but you know what it does. Then he's going to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to attack for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. This goes up to 3. Then I actually am going to, as I already told you, use 1, 2, and 1 resource to play run and gun, hero action, ready Venom, and each weapon upgrade you control. So you can see how much damage I can do. I am attacking for 4 again. Was this correct? No, he was at 8. Yeah, he was he at 8? He was at 8. Then I'm attacking for 2. And then I still could attack with Rocket Raccoon, but he will not because he will block. Then I am going to use for 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to use run and gun again. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, poses the problem that he will switch to stage 3, which will just put some damage on me again. I might wager, but still. All right. Then now I am going to attack again for 2, which puts him out of his misery. So we bursted him down in 1 turn, which is nice. So he gets up to stage 3 and reveal T4 damage to each player. So now I cannot deal to someone else. All right. Force interrupt when green Goblin would scheme, remove 2 madness corners from state of madness. Ooh, 2. Not only 1. So he only can do it once. What do the bombs do? I get interact damage, and this hopefully not overkill, but because then I just wouldn't have read it correctly, but still it is not the case. All right, then I can attack again. Nothing hinders me from that. Yes, then let's do it. For 4, so he's down to 18. So I put a lot of damage on him, which is nice. All right, then let's draw 4 more cards. Do I have Gasping Tendrils? I do. When the villain initiates an attack against you, cancel that attack. All right, this is what I'm going to do actually. He gets 1 dings. He initiates an attack. Because it is before I activate this, I activate Spider Stance. Lets me draw 1 card. Then I am using Grasping Tendrils, which I just read to you. When the villain initiates an attack against you, cancel that attack. If you paid for this card only using only physical resources, stun the villain. So I use this. This attack gets cancelled and he gets stunned. So this is really nice. All right, so he doesn't attack me right now. So let's see what the encounter card is. Hopefully not one that gets rid of two state of two madness counters. Well, let's see. Gang up. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. Well, so the stun is gone, but it was a really, really good stun. So maybe we can just get rid of him. I really can imagine it, at least. So let's just count it up. I can attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, he's gone. So this really was full power damage. Let's attack for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then let's play, why not? Let's play one and gun for 1, 2, and 3. So I can ready everything again and attack for 6 again, putting him down to 6. Then attacking for 3, 1, 2, 3, and attacking with 3, 1, 2, 3, and he is down. And then let's just see, attacking for 2 and attacking for 1. So we had even a little bit to spare, and I wouldn't have needed to play this risky. All right, so this really went down fast the moment we decided to end it. All right, then I don't really have anything more to say about this scenario. I am asking myself, do I play the second one? Because it is quite late here and there is no one watching right now. Let me just eat. This is interesting. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just gobble everything up again. I don't think that gobble everything up is something you could say. But as you can see, Venom really, I think it's quite the fun deck actually, or quite the fun character. Even though I am when I started with him, playing him, when he came out for me, what? When he came out for me, all right. Then I didn't like him at first because I felt he was too strong because I got the cards in chronological order. I just played everything in chronological order, and I really think that he was a little bit too strong. And then at the same time a little bit boring because yeah, it's more or less only just um, full attack, full throttle, and he can feel quite oppressive. But I think for stronger scenarios, he's quite fun. And I like the Guardian angle here actually quite a lot. So I think I changed my mind, and now I like him. So I think there shouldn't be another another card here. No, these are 5, and there are only always 5 cards. All right, then this all can go. We didn't even have to go to the second stage of the main scheme. So let's get rid of everything and let's set up the next scenario, which is way harder. And I just played it in a video, I believe. Did I play it in English as well? I think I did, but I don't quite remember with whom. I think it was with Miles Morales, but it also could have been or might have been Captain Marvel, because I did no. It was Miles Morales. Captain Marvel was Miles Morales versus Captain Marvel was in my German channel. Alright, this is, oops, let's shuffle it. But you know what this does if you watched my other video, which might have not been the case. I just wanted to um, switch him over to normal no-spawn, but there's none. Need to encounter cards to each player. Alright, this is us. Put a goblin and throw a minion into play. Engage with each player. Alright. Yeah, and this is a when completed thing. I'm quite sure that I just played this on the English account as well, so I really don't explain it. I just assume that you will um, have watched it or are going to watch it. Well, I could do overkill damage against him, which would be nice. This for the weapon, obviously, maybe with that. And then this and his ability for overkill damage, so we don't need savage attack, but we will keep it still. I think we will just keep the sand and watch for a weapon. This is our weapon. So this weapon we can use as resource as well. Then we cannot keep Gamora because she has the energy resource. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is paying for my weapon. Then how important is the overkill damage? It is 2 damage, but 2 damage is not that much, and I rather would play Gamora next turn, I believe. Yeah, I think so. I am going to use this and 1 resource still to play Savage Attack and deal 5 damage to an enemy. Yeah, I think this still is correct here. Then I am going to use this to thwart for 2, and I'm just attacking for 2. And I will keep Savage Attack in hand because you never know when you need it. Especially against Mutagen formula, which just puts so much minions out. And Gamora, obviously, I want to play. Alright, then draw up to. Why am I here? 12? Because I thought that I had 13, and I thought, why am I at 11? But this is correct. So, we will see about this just in a moment. This gets 1. He's going to attack. After Green Goblin attacks and damages you, place 1 threat on the main screen. This will happen because I cannot do anything about it. He attacks you for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will get shuffled into the deck again. And he gets another encounter card. So the start is really, really hard, but then it will peter out a little bit. We get an advance, which is not that great. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he shuffles in also. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get overrun in player order. Each player must discard 2 cards from the encounter deck and put each goblin minion into play. Alright, this is not great. Not a great start. And pumpkin bombs, we just saw this card, so I don't have to read it to you. Alright, then I am going to play Gamora, and I am using one of those weapons for her. What does she do? After Gamora attacks or thwarts, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an event, then add that card to your hand. Alright, then I think I'm going to thwart with her to get rid of this because of that, and then we have to discard the top 2 cards and put each goblin minion into play that was discarded this way. So hopefully no goblin minions. This is a goblin minion and this is a really strong one, so this is not good, but we get an event. Hopefully we will draw one shortly. There's one. Alright. And this I will have to get rid of because when we video are stunned. Does this reveal it? this was it. And put them into play. Alright. So not revealed, which is nice. Then this is not that bad. Okay, he has 6 life points though. I can I can do 5 here. And that's what I'm going to do. 5 damage. Bam, he goes down to um 5. Yeah. Then I am going to attack him, so he's down. And then I am going to thwart for 2, which is not really thwarting, but I'm getting rid of threat. So Gamora needs 1 damage, and I think I have to block with Gamora next turn. Yeah, I think I have to. Alright, so the beginning is really, really tough, but we will see how it goes from there. Why is he tapped? So he's going to attack me. After Green Goblin attacks and damages you, he will not damage me because I am going to block with her. So after the villain attacks you, discard pumpkin bombs and take 2 indirect damage. So after he attacks me, which is a little bit annoying, so I cannot use the 1 life point of Gamora, but still. The villain hits for 2, which is nice. So he attacks her, she just barely gets defeated, but I get 2 indirect damage as well. He will not get any threat from that, which is nice at least. Then let me, do I want major victory here? I think I actually want him. Can I get this from my, only my deck? Alright, but I think I am going to play nowhere here. And do I play major victory? What I do is getting rid of 2 threat here, this is for sure. And I think I am going to use 1 life point and 1 weapon here to get major victory. Draw 1 card. Yondu, always nice. Then I use 1 of major victory's life points to thwart for 1. Then I will switch over and heal for 4. Alright, then let's draw 6. No, I haven't seen this card. I just closed my eyes just to realize that this doesn't do anything. Alright, then it's his turn. He gets 1. He's scheming for at least 3. 1, 2, 3. And then he gets an encounter card, which is the next side scheme. What does this do? Place 1 additional threat here for each goblin minion in play, which is none. Alas, there's some breathing room here now. Good, I think I still have to heal up because he just puts out that much damage. I think that's what I'm going to do, putting me down up to 12 again. Then I really want to play Yondu. You know why? 1, 2, 3, maybe the 4th life point. Then I draw another card. And then I would like Spider Sense as well, but Yondu is more important for me. Alright, then let's switch over. 1, 2, 3, 4. I play Yondu. I draw 1 card. Grasping Tendrils is just so important here. I think Guardians of the Galaxy is not that important. So let's give Yondu 1 more attack, which always is nice. Then I am going to get rid of this. And I'm going to attack for 2. So now I just have steady damage here, which is obviously a nice thing to have. I will keep this and I will keep that. So am I going to get rid of major victory in order to be able to thwart with Venom, but he can only thwart for one, which is not worth it. I think it isn't. No, it isn't. All right, then let's keep it this way. I have another one of those, but a second one I don't need. Yeah, all right. Then he is trying to attack, but I am going to pay for one resource, and the other one is Gasping Tentacles to play this. You know what it does? This attack gets cancelled, and he's stunned now. All right, so he will not get any threat here. Then he has an encounter card, which is a Goblin Throw, which is all right for me. Good. Then it is my turn, and I really want to play Spider Sense more than I want to play the weapon, so I am using this resource and one resource here to play Spider Sense. This is just important. It really is. So then I will get rid of 2 threat here. Then I think I am going to attack for 2 only. No, then I think I am going to attack for 2 and 1, which lets me restand him. So he is done. Why can I restand? Let's just take a look at Major Victory. Interrupt when Major Victory is defeated. Choose a friendly Guardian character, ready that character, and getting hit by consequential damage is getting defeated, I believe. If not, then this is a misplay, but yeah. All right. Then I will thwart for 1. It's not great, but still I think it is needed. And he attacks for 2, which is just always good. I again drew 1 card too many, which is not great. So I know what it is, and that's not how it should work. So if I would play Cosmo, I would not allow to use him. All right, this gets 1. He tries to attack, but he can't, and he gets an encounter card. Which is a Goblin Glider. We know this, and we most likely are going to get rid of it, but not this turn. Maybe. All right, then I will play the pistol. I will not play behind enemy lines, or am I? Actually, enemy lines ain't that bad, because because um sorry for eating here. I often want to go to alter ego just to heal, and with this I could just I could do it because he would be confused. But what I'm going to do, I am going to play Project Rebirth, so I could just heal up again. And then now I could just play Cosmo or Groot, but not Groot. Groot would be stupid. I would play Cosmo. Let's just first things first. Let's attack for 2. Then I think I am going to the thing is, the card that I can draw here, I can just draw when I switched over, and then I can't use this ability anymore. The thing is that I know that I get a double energy resource, and because I know that it would be the smartest to change over. But would I have done this anyway? Because I could have gotten this, and then I would have changed over, and then I would actually draw 2 cards. I would draw 1 card, and then I would draw another. Let's just do it. I think I would have done it anyway. All right. I play this. Did I really not use it still? Well, then let's use this to get this down to 0. Then I am switching and I am drawing one card. Now I know that this is energy, but still, then I would have played Cosmo and now I'm playing Groot. So this, but I cannot play Groot. Then I still am playing Cosmo, so this doesn't really change anything. Then I am drawing another card, which is a laser pistol that I really love on Yondu, but I still am not going to play it now because Groot is just good. I want Groot on the board. All right, then Cosmo is not attacking right now. No, he isn't. All right, then let's draw 4 cards. Again, I didn't see it coming. 2 cards. And now this. All right, I have good access to Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, so he gets 1. He thwarts for 2 plus 1. 1, 2, 3. And he gets another encounter card. The villain heals X damage, which is equal to double the villain's stage number. So he heals for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's nice because this was just passive damage. And the other one is the bombs, which is alright for me. So now it's my turn. I am going to heal up. But am I healing up with this, which would be put me at 11, or do I heal up to 12? I think I can afford it to heal up to 12 and draw one more card, which is just nice. Yeah, I think this is a thing you could do. Then what I'm doing next, I am going to play Groot. And I am going to play Groot um, with my extra life point. Yeah, why not? So I play Groot. Let's just put him here because he always needs the space. So now I draw one more card, which is behind enemy lines. I don't need this right now, but I can use it. I can use it. So then I can use one behind enemy lines for laser blaster. So he now has 3 attack. And he just is going to attack 1, 2, 3. I am going to. Well, I am not going to play. I don't have the other behind enemy lines anymore, so this doesn't matter. I could play Martinix, which only has costs 2, but I could play Major Victory as well, which is the better card, I'd say. Yeah, let's play Major Victory. Then let's thwart for 2 and thwart for 1 because why not? Always better safe than sorry. All right, then let's draw up 4 cards. He gets 1 here. Then he is attacking me and I am going to defend it, I guess. Or am I? I am quite healthy. I could block those as a defend for 2. Then I could tank the indirect damage with them. And then I could ready again. This doesn't sound like 1, 2, 3, 4 the greatest plan, I'd say, but maybe it is a good idea. But before, so he now is initiating an attack. I draw 1 card. I don't even have to put it sideways. It is power in all of us, which isn't helpful right now. But maybe we can draw another card, but I don't know how. I would have to switch over. Because of that, let him just attack me full front. Maybe I'm just switching over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He, because of that, gets 1 threat here, and then this gets used also, and let's put me down to 4. So I can heal it all up, so let's just... Alright, then he gets another encounter card, which is Court of God. This card, an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains search. Alright, so let me take a look. I could get rid of one of those, or I could get rid of one of mine, and I think let's get rid of one of the Punisher weapons. So why not? Alright, then it is my turn. I could have blocked with Groot, but Groot is for the small ones. Let's play Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's wait. Because I will draw one more card. And this card could be better. So let's just um, get rid of 2 threat here. Then let me attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I will thwart for 1 and ready myself again. Then I could use a resource though, but for what? I could still play, you know what? I will use one resource and one of you to play Guardians of the Galaxy still, because why not? Then I will change over. I will use this to draw another card, which is Drugs, which is nice, but I cannot play him because my hero is not an identity right now. So this actually isn't nice. This is the opposite of nice. But, well, that's how it is. E for 4. And attack for 2. And Cosmo will just stay, but I will most likely use Cosmo to thwart later on. So now the question is, well, next one I can use Run and Gun, and I can play Drugs. So it is not that much of a problem that I have this much cards. It is not advised to keep that many cards in hand, but let's just do it this time because I really don't like to get rid of them. And we draw one card. Maybe it is a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a good one. Yeah. So let's just see what will happen. 1, 1, 2, only 2, and encounter card. Intimidation, choose to either spend 2 resources of any type or give the villain one based on boost card. Well, here you have your boost card, I don't care. Alright, then I am going to heal myself up to 11 and draw 1 card. Well, really, I'm rich. I am rich. Good. Then let's change over and let's pay 1 resource for this, so I can draw 1 more card. Helicarrier, which is really nice. I think I am going to play that Helicarrier, that is. Then I am going to use, well, what was this? Okay, then I'm going to use this to play Drugs. And I'm using the energy resources to get rid of the vehicle. Why not? Yes. All right. Then Drax is going to attack for 3. Wait. I draw another card because I played Drax, which is great. Why did I use the strength? Well, I did it. I should have known that it is stupid, but I did it anyway, so, well, that's how it is. All right, then Drax attacks for 3. 1, 2, 3, gets 1 damage. He attacks for 3. 2, 3, gets no damage. Then I think right now I can handle the next stage. So we will get to it. 1, 2. And well, we get to stage 3, which is 20 hit points. And deal 3 encounter cards. And after Green Goblin attacks and damages you, place 2 threat on the mask. We could also, instead of doing this, the way smarter thing to do would obviously be to not attack here. The only 2 damage there is because I could easily put out the 2 damage next turn. And then maybe even could deal 20 more damage, but I think I couldn't, so it is alright. Good, but now we get 3 encounter cards. 1, 2, 3. Well, I think this is funnier also. More fun. Alright. Then what I'm still going to do, I am going to use you for 1 threat remover, and I say it is a minion. And it is not a minion, it is a treachery, but it is Shadows of the Past. Alright. Which is nice to know that it isn't here anymore. So then Groot will stay. He doesn't have overkill, does he? No, he doesn't. Alright. Then everything will keep the same or will stay the same. I will draw 3 cards. But I absolutely am going to play 1 Grasping Tendrils. So he gets 1 threat. He tries to attack me. I will draw 1 card. And I will play for 1 resource. And let's just get rid of one. Let's get rid of Grasping Tendril to play Grasping Tendril. So his attack gets what is that? What is it that will get cancelled? And then he gets this card against villains that are not steady or sturdy or what is the other one called? I always forget it. Who can be stunned? Let's just put it that way. This card is just so strong. It is just too strong, I think. But well, he does not attack, so this card will keep there. But he has another encounter card. So four little presents for myself. So let's see what we get. We get a Goblin Soldier, which is unimportant to us. Yes, when defeated, deal 1 damage to the engaged player. All right. We have another one of those. We have Exhaustion. Exhaust your identity card, and this card gains Search. Well, this is a little bit more annoying, but not a problem. Goblin Thrall, and another Goblin Thrall. So no, we have all those minions, but we are able to deal with them, I guess. So what do we do now? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 minions in play. I really want to play Rocket Raccoon. What do we do here? He attacks for 3, so he gets rid of one of those. I think what I am going to do, I am attacking for 3, he has gun. I attack for 2, he has 2 damage. He has 2 damage. I attack him for 1, and I will not look at any cards because I want him gun, and he is gun. Did I put a card here? I did not. All right. Then I am going to play Rocket Raccoon for 1, 2, 3 and draw 1 card. So run and gun. I am going to I could buff him. Then he would attack for 5 and I could get rid of 1 Goblin Soldier. Yeah, 1 Goblin Soldier I would love to get rid of. So let's do it. Let's put him here. Let's play. Let's get rid of this for that, and I draw one card. Oh, wait. Let's just wait. Let's play for one for this. Draw one card, then play this for that. Draw one card, and then I could put one thwart on him. Well, maybe we do it. He now attacks for a lot of damage actually. He has one, he has 3 and plus 3, so he attacks for is this correct? Only for 6? 6 is good enough. So 1 is down, he gets 1 damage, I get 1 damage because of his ability. And where then drugs attacks for 3. 1, 2, 3. This goes up to 2. I am going to. I don't need to thwart here. I am going to put 2 damage here also. And that's it. The rest I will keep, I guess. Yeah, why not? I think there's not many things that can happen right now. All right. He gets 1 here. He tries to attack. He can't. He attacks. I am going to defend with Groot. And response after good defense against an attack, he 2 damage for him. So because he attacks for 1, he has 3, so he still lives. So he heals to 1, and this is nice for me. All right, then it is the engaged card. We get this. This is not a problem for us. All right, most likely it is over, or isn't it? Well, we will attack for 2, 3. Not this. 1, 2, 3. He will attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. He will attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. He will attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. And he is at 2, obviously. And I will put 2 down here. And this actually is over. So it was quite fast. So I could easily have played Savage Attack. Yeah, I could easily have done it. For example, for 1 and 2, which would have been 5 more damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have used 1, 2, 3 to play her and get 1 card. Then she would have attacked also for 2. I would have gotten another event. I wouldn't have, because the deck would have been through. But well, this really went smooth. Not not really a comparison to to my first 2 streams, but sadly this time without viewers. So streaming at this time is not necessarily better, but it is all right. I think, yeah, I really think this deck, it is really fun. Let me just show it to you. Yes, I have to put on desktop here. All right, now you should see it. This deck I really think is quite fun to play. As you saw, it really is a leadership deck. Not as much as in I force them, all my allies, into play with events, but I just get to them naturally, and I get through my deck quite fast. And then I just play a lot of guardians. Guardians always are fun for me. And then just play a lot of weapons, not only on me, but on my allies also. And then let's just, with Guardians of the Galaxy, draw a lot of cards, and with Nowhere also. And then use my ability often, my resource ability, to just get resources. And yeah, I have a lot of resources. I have a lot of damage with all my weapons and all my allies that are there. Yeah, um, I think this is a cool deck, quite fun, and I think that 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 yeah that Venom really showed that he deserves a spot on the good side of the board, or the Guardians of the Galaxy. If you want to, I can put a link to the deck in the description or as a post. You can easily just use this in how is it called? Tabletop Simulator. But well, yeah. Um, I really think this were two fun rounds, especially against the Green Goblin. Mutagen formula is still my favorite, scenario. And yeah, I am as always just blabbering at this point. Because of that, I'm just going to stop. I am going to wish you, I'm not going to, but I am wishing you a wonderful rest of your day. And as always,